Hello dear students, welcome back to our news channel. Students, today we have two news articles. In the first article, we'll learn how farmers are protected through MSP, and then there's the news article, a cargo ship near Kochi. It has everyone got worried. Okay, तो उसके बारे में हम देखते हैं. First, let's begin with something that affects over half of India's population, agriculture. Students, MSP. MSP stands for what? Minimum Support Price. But what does that actually mean? See, imagine a farmer grows wheat. After months of hard work, the market is flooded with wheat and prices drop. So the farmer is now worried. What if I don't even get back the cost of growing this? है ना, जितना उसमें इन्वेस्ट किया गया, इनपुट किया गया है, उतना भी अगर नहीं मिला, then what? Okay, so a farmer grows wheat and after months of hard work market is flooded with wheat. लेकिन अब उसको टेंशन है कि अगर उतना भी नहीं मिला फिर क्या होगा, मेरा कॉस्ट भी कवर नहीं हुआ तो. So that's where MSP comes in. MSP is a kind of guarantee from the government. And it says even if the market prices fall, we will still buy your crop at a fixed minimum price. Okay? So students, MSP, it gives a kind of guarantee from the government. It says even if market prices fall, we will still buy the crop at a fixed minimum price. So MSP gives farmer what? A financial safety. It helps them plan and grow crops without fear of total loss. Okay. So it also ensures that India's food security remains strong. Okay. तो जो MSP है वो कौन अनाउंस करता है? ऑफ कोर्स गवर्नमेंट अनाउंस करेगी ट्वाइस अ ईयर, दैट इज बिफोर द खरीफ एंड rabi seasons. Kharif and rabi seasons. Okay, another topic from your EVS class. For younger students, it's from EVS class, and for the students of 8th till 12th, you have that in your SST. So these prices are meant to cover what? It meant to cover the cost of production and give farmers a reasonable profit. So think of it like a fair deal at school. If you made, let's imagine, if you made 100 bookmarks and your teacher promised to buy them for rupees 10, no matter what your classmates offer. So that's your MSP. Assurance, stability and reward for effort. Now again, ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर मार्केट में हाई प्राइस मिल रहा है सेम चीज का तो फिर स्टिल यू आर बाउंड टू पे एट स्टिल यू आर बाउंड टू गेट दी MSP. ऐसा नहीं है. ओके, दैट इज नॉट द केस. अगर मार्केट में ज्यादा प्राइस मिल रहा है तो फार्मर्स ऑल्सो हैव एन ऑप्शन टू सेल दैट at that price. All right. So what's the news? See, in the news this week, the government increased the MSP for some crops. That means prices were increased. Okay. Why? To basically encourage farmers to grow more of these crops and to help them earn during rising inflation. तो सिंपल सी चीज है कि अगर किसी चीज का प्राइस ज्यादा मिलेगा तो ऑफ कोर्स farmers will be inclined to grow those crops. So experts say the increase is well timed and well intentioned, especially when the country is seeing climate stress and global uncertainty and farmers are under pressure. तो इस टाइम पर देखते हुए बहुत सही टाइम पे गवर्नमेंट ने डिसाइड किया है MSP इंक्रीज करने का, राइट? तो एक्सपर्ट्स का ये मानना है. Now, students, how is MSP calculated? How it is determined? See, it's actually based on a scientific process done by the CACP, Commission for Agricultural Cost and Prices. Okay, so there are three types of cost calculations. A2, it covers it includes all direct cost like buying seeds, fertilizers, and paying for labor, irrigation, diesel, etc. And then there is A2 plus FL. Okay, A2 plus FL. Uh, this adds to A2 by including the family labor cost, because many Indian farmers, they use unpaid help from family members, and this need to be counted too. Then C2 is there. This is the most comprehensive because it includes A2 plus FL plus the rent of owned land, even if the farmer owns it, and interest on equipment like tractors or water pumps. So CSCP, Commission for Agricultural Cost and Prices, it recommends uh, the MSP based mostly on A2 plus FL. इसके basis पे MSP is decided. Although some farmers group, they also want C2 to be the standard, as it reflects their real expenses and expectation. So students, but the for government actually use the A2 plus FL, all right, and because as you can see now, so MSP is not just a random number. It's carefully worked out, and so there's always a debate on whether it's high enough or not. But still, it like I said earlier, it provides a safety net for farmers. Now, students, which crop uh, get MSP? See, there are total MSP is given. Government announces MSP for over 22 crops. Okay, so government announces MSPs for 22 crops plus fair and remunerative price for sugarcane. Okay, MSP for 22 plus FRP for sugarcane. तो खरीफ सीजन क्या है? खरीफ क्रॉप्स दे आर ग्रोन इन मॉनसून एंड हार्वेस्टेड अराउंड अक्टूबर नवंबर, जैसे पैडी हो गया, मेज हो गया, ज्वार, रागी, तूर, मूंग, all these are what? Kharif crops. And then we have rabi crops. These are sown in winter and harvested in spring, है ना? जैसे wheat हो गया, barley, gram. और फिर हमारे पास है other crops, jute, copra and dehusked coconut. So for these crops MSP is given. Now students, is another interesting fact. MSP for toria and dehusked coconut is based on the MSP of mustard and copra respectively. Now you might be thinking, why such variety? Because students, MSP, it you can say that it helps shape India's food basket, that what farmers grow and what people eat. Government uses MSP to balance crops across nutrition, oil needs, fiber and exports. तो अगर जैसे सिर्फ पैडी को ही, वीट को ही मिलेगा, एमएसपी मिलेगा, तो ऑफ कोर्स फार्मर्स क्या करेंगे? फिर वही सिर्फ वही क्रॉप्स ग्रो करेंगे, मार्केट में फिर वही अवेलेबल होगा, लोग फिर बस एक ही चीज खरीदेंगे. तो किसी भी प्राइस, किसी भी क्रॉप का प्राइस या एमएसपी इफ इट इज इंक्रीज्ड, ऑफ कोर्स इट डाइवर्सिफाई द फूड बास्केट ऑफ आवर कंट्री, है ना? और फूड डाइवर्सिफिकेशन इज ऑल्सो गुड फॉर आवर एनवायरमेंट एंड इट इज वेरी वेरी बेनिफिशियल फॉर इवन आवर ओन हेल्थ. Okay, so that's all for MSP. Now there are certain controversies regarding MSP, that it need to be legalized or not. That is the issue for another day. Okay, now let's leave the farmlands and head to Arabian Sea and कोची. कोची कहाँ पर है? केरला में है कोची. और यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? A cargo ship named MS sea Elsa 3, it tilted dangerously in the sea. Okay, while anchored, so it tilted dangerously in the sea. And this wasn't just any ship. It actually had 640 containers, and these containers were carrying some hazardous materials. Okay, so what went wrong? 13 containers had dangerous goods. Okay, कौन कौन क्या क्या था उस dangerous goods में? 12 contained calcium carbide. Okay, 12 contained calcium carbide. Okay, and it's a chemical which reacts violently with water. And one contained rubber solution which started leaking and caused plastic pellet pollution on Kerala's beaches. So 5 containers of calcium carbide, they fell into the sea and are lying on the seabed. And the ship is still carrying 365 tons of heavy fuel oil. So if this leaks, it will cause a major oil spill, just like the one in Chennai 2017, when 250 tons of oil leaked, harming the sea life and coastal livelihood. Okay, so what is being done? Coast Guard. Coast Guard. You're going to tell me on the comments below that what is the function of Coast Guard. Although it is obvious, but still. Now, Coast Guard is the main responder, and under the National Oil Spill Disaster Contingency Plan, experts are saying that the response is slow. So Kerala now faces a huge, tough challenge: how to prevent an ecological disaster. Because plastic pellets have already reached beaches like Cherai and Fort Kochi, and these pellets can enter the food chain. Food chain में फिर क्या होगा? Fish उसको खाएगी and then humans do too. So oil spills can destroy coral reefs. It can kill birds and fish, and it can also affect the tourism and fishing livelihood for years. Okay, so this incident is a wake-up call, and India wants to become what? India wants to become transshipment hub. Okay, transshipment hub like Singapore. That means more ships, more cargo, and higher risk. So we must be prepared with faster responses and better coordination between local, state, and central agencies. Okay, students? So that's all for today. सबसे पहले तो in the first article we covered the MSP and then oil spills. So next time you hear such terms, you'll exactly know what's going on. And hey, think about this. What if you were in charge of managing MSP or responding to a sea disaster? What would you do differently? And we also have to think about that. So let's just stay curious. Let's stay aware and responsible. Okay? Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning. Bye bye.